One student who has continued to inspire me every day is our senior speaker, Xander Evans. Since our time at McDonogh started together 13 years ago, Xander has been one of my greatest friends. Throughout the years, my admiration of Xander's character has only grown. Furthermore, Xander's a kind, funny, and bright kid, and I could not think of a better person to give this speech today. Once again, thank you, class of 2019 and McDonogh School, for being everything I could have hoped for these last 13 years. I'd now like to invite Xander Evans to speak.
Thank you, Ford, for that very nice introduction. From the writings of our very own Miss Debbie, good morning. And welcome to the faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, the wonderful class of 2019. You might be wondering, who is this guy? And why is he qualified to speak to me? Well, for the past 13 years that I've spent at Old McDonogh on the Hill, the school has begged me to deliver the commencement address. And for the past 12, I have firmly said no. However, now, as a graduating senior, I'm honored to say yes and speak before you all today. I want my classmates to remember these words for decades to come. So I meticulously studied some of the most famous speeches given by my peers and equals. A typical element of an unforgettable speech is pioneering policy. In the Gettysburg Address, Abraham Lincoln advocated for the preservation of the Union and the abolition of slavery. Mother Teresa encouraged love and world peace in the face of darkness in her Nobel Peace Prize acceptance speech of 1977. In Ich bin ein Berliner, JFK conveyed the United States' opposition to the recently erected Berlin Wall, a symbolic gesture in the fight against communism during the Cold War. These inspiring colleagues of mine have led me to draft my own revolutionary doctrine, which I will propose to you right now. It shall be called the Xander New Deal, a groundbreaking vision for the future of graduation both here at McDonogh and every other private school in the Baltimore area, whether they like it or not. It's already been implemented and is widely celebrated in various nations. In the XND, as it were, commencement will be reduced to 20 minutes, with intermittent water breaks every 4 minutes. Furthermore, the tradition of senior speaker will be discontinued. So this is the last time you'll ever hear a senior speak. Ever. The procession of the graduates down Child's Memorial Hill will be accompanied by a tunnel created by the parents on opposite sides of the path, like those created at the end of youth soccer games. Like that. Yeah. I couldn't find the official name of this concept, so I will be calling it the Xander New Tunnel. Finally, instead of full, legal, birth-given names, the procession of the graduates will be accompanied by the reading of the most common nickname of each graduate. For example, instead of Satchel Murphy Baines, it'll be Frank. Instead of Ian Killifer, it'll be Whiz Bomb. Instead of Jacob Richard Fine, it'll be Z. Instead of Liam Patrick Powderly, it'll be Slickback Lee. And as we all know, instead of Matthew Thomas Palmetary, it'll be Weapon. You might wonder why this policy is even necessary in the first place. In short, a special class deserves a special doctrine. Speaking of special, I realize that everyone says that their class is special. I mean, if everyone's special, nobody's special, right? With that being said, the class of 2019 is very special. My classmates have demonstrated talent and achievement in all facets of McDonogh life. To prove this claim, we have merit scholars, Baltimore Sun Athletes of the Week, MIAA champions, IAAM champions, multiple firefighters, an influential YouTube creator, a pilot, breathtaking artists of all types, a published author, fashion designers, robot technicians, an emergency medical technician, international students, and much more. Most importantly, though, we have Patrick Scarborough, who only last year, during an assembly, shoved countless M&Ms into the dark abyss of his belly button. It was actually just 2 M&Ms, but it felt like a lot more. If that doesn't fulfill the vision of life-ready learning, I don't know what does. The future for this graduating class is just as bright, if not brighter, than the past, though. Many of us will strive to be doctors, lawyers, politicians, scientists, entertainers, business people, tech wizards, educators, etc. Some of us will branch off in entirely unique directions, too. For instance, after I recently searched through some of my very own middle school memorabilia, I found that in 7th grade, I wrote a short essay in which I said that I would like to be a professional rodeo clown when I'm older. I'm here today to announce that my dreams and aspirations have not changed at all, and I will continue this arduous career path. Whatever the case, the future is bright for every member of the class of 2019. Along with celebrating the past and future, it is common practice for a graduation speaker to impart words of wisdom on the graduating class. I come up a bit short here, seeing as I have no wisdom. However, hopefully I can explain a lesson that I've recently learned. I've noticed that for a number of adults, their friends from grade school share a very special place in their heart. While this may be mere coincidence, I think there's actually a reason for this. In a way, we helped raise each other. Every single one of us has grown tremendously in our time at McDonogh, except for Ford, who, even in kindergarten, looked, sounded, felt, and even smelled like a president. For me personally, I really had no identity until I was encouraged by my classmates to joke around, as I've done for a significant portion of this speech. Hallmarks of this behavior have been evidenced in the 4th grade pourquoi tale, middle school oratory, and even high school SGA speeches. It was through the encouragement of my peers that I had the willingness to continue to cultivate the silly persona that I had built. It was through shared experiences that quickly turned to nostalgic memories in which we were able to grow together. These experiences are different for everyone. They might be a recurring event, like head of school day, a talent show performance, the social politics of childhood romance. Or they might be something as simple as a memorable joke given at any given lunch. In these experiences, we have pushed the boundary for each other, and we have discovered uncharted territories of personality and personal growth. Likewise, college is a time of profound reinvention. We'll all change in one way or another. While this is undoubtedly positive, I urge everyone to remember the people and the experiences that made the very first invention possible. McDonogh has proved to be more than a school. It's a stomping ground for growth and joy, which in turn results in family. Moving forward, let's treat each other as such in college and beyond. Whenever you feel disconnected, remember the unity that we share in our black and orange roots. Remember also that we continue to affect each other, that we continue to raise each other even after we graduate. Thanks to McDonogh and each other, we can serve as great catalysts for change. Now, it's customary to provide a quotation at some point during a great speech, so I'll end with one native to the school. In his poem, The McDonogh Uniform, Eustace Strong Glasscock says the uniform is, quote, dyed in the colors of honor and truth with industry's infinite grace. To the class of 2019, may we move into the world proudly wearing the uniform with belief in what it stands for, and may we remember where it was woven. Old McDonogh on the hill. Thank you.
Xander.